Hello everyone, Camosaurus here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Gremlins 3 Gremlin figure. No, but in all seriousness, here's the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Attack Pack Dimorphodon. So, for starters, I just want to say that obviously this is based on the Jurassic World Dimorphodon, which I believe is the only film Dimorphodon has appeared in. I couldn't seem to spot it in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I saw for the second time in cinemas yesterday, which is a different time from when you're watching this, because I've pre-recorded this, or you're watching a different day. But what day was it? Oh gosh, I don't know. But anyway, I saw it for the second time and I loved it, but I didn't see any more Dimorphodons. There was no Dimorphodons in that film, from what I could tell. But I really love this figure, and I want to get into more detail about it. But obviously the color scheme is from Jurassic World, and I think it suits it very nicely, and it looks exactly like the Jurassic World Dimorphodon. Now that's enough about this figure's background information. Let's get into its articulation. Starting off at the head, the jaw is articulated, which is a very good plus. Awesome open and close. I love it when you can open and close a dinosaur's jaw, and I think on any carnivorous dinosaur, or pterosaur as we see here, it is a very essential piece of articulation, even on models that have no other articulation. At the head, here we can see it has a swivel, or not swivel, just a joint at the head, where it can look up that far, and down that far, and you can put it anywhere along that axis. It can also twist at the head as well. I'm not going to see how far it can twist, but I can twist it both sides, so you can kind of turn the head a bit. I'm not going to test that to see how far it goes, because I don't want to break this figure. Moving on, the wing articulation here. The wing has a joint right here, allowing it to go up and down. This is a very nice articulation, and I think it's really good. A lot more pterosaur figures should have this type of articulation, and this wing also has a swivel, allowing you to do a full 360. Not sure why you'd want it, but sure, you can do the full 360 and give it this strange look if you want that on the top. But then again, that is the Dimorphodon's arms broken. Maybe that's what you're trying to get. Maybe the Indoraptor has just broken this animal's arm. Moving on to the legs have a simple piece of articulation here, a nice little joint that can, it moves both legs at the same time. The legs aren't individually, so you can't move one leg and not move the other. You move a leg, you move the other one, and that's also really nice articulation. So if you want a flying pose, you can put the legs up and the head up as well. Get a nice flying pose there. But if you want it to be perched, just swing the legs down, land it, put the arms back like that, and you can get a nice little perched pose there, which I think is really nice. Hell, you can even open the jaw up. Gosh, you can even open the jaw up there and have it roaring at something. Maybe tilt its head up. Imagine it's roaring at the Indoraptor or an Indominus Rex. Now, moving on to the color scheme of this figure. Honestly, I think it's got a very faithful color scheme to the Jurassic World Dimorphodon, which is fairly simplistic. It's just grayish, I guess. And to be honest, I think they've nailed it. For instance, let's go under here. There's a lovely bit of red pattern going on underneath the wings, and I'm glad they only had that underneath the wings, because on top, the Dimorphodon's supposed to be plain in the Jurassic World universe. It's definitely not supposed to have a lot of colouring on it, at least from what we've seen. Who knows, they may change the design in a later film. Also, the back here has been coloured a darker colour from the rest, where the fignofibers are, which if you don't know what fignofibers are, they're basically little hairs on pterosaurs, and they've included them here, and I do believe the Dimorphodon had them in Jurassic World, so that's accurate. But that's more about the sculpt. And I just want to say, I think the sculpt on this figure is 100% perfect. I wouldn't have changed anything in the sculpt. Now, moving on to the head, here we can see the teeth have actually been fully painted, and unlike the other two figures I've reviewed so far, I wouldn't say they had to change anything with the teeth. I think they've been painted perfectly. This isn't a very big animal, and they didn't have huge teeth, and I think, the painting has been done very well. The interior of the mouth has also been painted fully. However, the roof of the mouth has not been painted. That's something I wish they would have done, because they've sculpted the roof of the mouth, but they haven't painted it in that pinky flesh color. Now, looking at the face here, you can see they've actually colored black around the face and around the eye. And that really is an awesome little extra amount of detail that they didn't have to include, but improves the look of the figure tenfold. This is similar to my last Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom review, where we looked at the Dilophosaurus, which had another colour of green painted around the eyes. However, the Dimorphodon's paint does stand out more, and I think gives a better look. And here we can once again see that the Dimorphodon, like the last two figures we reviewed, also have these flecks of paint inside the plastic, giving a much more realistic look. Now, my final comments about the paint are negative, and they're the same point I've had about every other Attack Pack figure we've looked at so far. The claws have not been painted. Now, this isn't just on the toenails, this is also on the hands, which also have not been painted. And really, it's just a shame, because they've worked very hard on this figure, and to have it come down to something as simple as claws not being painted is just a shame. Overall, I think this figure has an amazing sculpt, some stellar articulation for what type of animal it is, and a decent paint scheme which is accurate to the source material. I'm going to have to give this figure a 9 out of 10, an almost perfect score. There's only one thing that I'd change, and that would obviously be the toenails and the claws being painted. I would highly recommend this figure if you're a fan of Jurassic World and you own the Owen figure from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line, so you can recreate the scene from Jurassic World where a Dimorphodon jumps on top of Owen and tries to kill him. So anyway guys, thank you all for watching this review, and I'll see you guys in the next Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom review. Goodbye.